In a world where chaos often reigns and emotions crash over us like relentless waves, have you ever felt as if your life is spiraling out of control? It's a common struggle, feeling like a passenger on a wild ride that never seems to slow down, grappling with feelings that hit you one after another, leaving you gasping for air. But what if I told you there's an ancient philosophy that has guided warriors, emperors, and everyday individuals alike, helping them find their center amid life's tumult? Welcome to the world of Stoicism, a powerful and transformative philosophy that offers profound lessons in mastering emotions, navigating challenges with grace, and reclaiming the power that lies within. As we embark on this exploration, you might wonder how insights from over 2,000 years ago can still hold relevance today. If you're willing to challenge your assumptions and open your mind, prepare for a journey that could truly shift your perspective. In this video, we'll unpack 11 Stoic lessons designed to empower you and transform your daily life. These aren't just surface-level tips. They represent profound shifts in how you perceive the world and your place within it. By the end of our discussion, you'll walk away with practical tools that can change the way you handle life's inevitable ups and downs. So, join us as we dive into the heart of Stoic wisdom. Together, we'll uncover strategies that can help you cultivate resilience, find purpose, and reclaim control in your life. What you've been searching for might just be within your grasp, waiting to be embraced. Let's explore Stoicism together and discover how its timeless teachings can empower you to live a more composed, resilient, and fulfilling life. 1. Reframing obstacles as opportunities. Reframing obstacles as opportunities is one of Stoicism's most transformative ideas. Imagine life's challenges not as walls blocking your path, but as doors leading to new, unexpected destinations. The Stoics believe that every difficulty contains within it the seed of growth, an idea that flips our instinctive reaction to hardships on its head. Picture this: you're sailing through life when suddenly, a storm hits. Most would panic, seeing only the threat of being swept off course. But the Stoic sees that storm as a chance to sharpen their skills, to test their endurance against nature's fury. It's not about the storm. It's about who you become while facing it. The obstacle doesn't stop you. It pushes you to grow in ways that calm seas never could. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, the very thing that seems to block your progress is the key to your growth. Each time you encounter a setback, rather than asking, "Why is this happening to me?" shift the question to, "How can I grow from this?" Suddenly, life's problems become your greatest teachers. Think of obstacles like weights in a gym, each one an opportunity to build strength. Without resistance, muscles don't grow. Without challenges, either do we. This shift in mindset transforms adversity from something to be feared into a pathway for personal greatness. The next time life throws a curveball, remember, it's not a roadblock, it's a stepping stone. By reframing obstacles as opportunities, you align yourself with one of Stoicism's most empowering principles, turning every challenge into a chance for self-mastery. 2. Asking reflective questions. Asking reflective questions is like holding a mirror to your inner world, and in doing so, you unlock insights that would otherwise remain hidden in the shadows. It's a practice the Stoics cherished, not only for its simplicity but for its profound ability to shape how we perceive and engage with the world. What makes it so powerful? Reflective questioning forces us to pause, examine, and steer our lives with intention, rather than merely reacting to circumstances. Imagine you're standing at a crossroads in life, uncertain of which direction to take. You could rush forward, driven by fear or impulse, but the Stoics would advise something different. Ask questions. What is truly within my control here? This is no passive pondering. It's an active engagement with reality, a way of sharpening your mind so you can act with purpose rather than emotion. Reflective questions are the compass that points you back to your core values, reminding you of what really matters in the chaos of decision-making. Consider this scenario. You've just faced a setback at work. A project you poured your heart into fell flat, or you didn't get the promotion you were banking on. Instead of spiraling into frustration, Stoicism invites you to ask, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can this failure strengthen me?" These questions aren't just philosophical, they're transformative. They turn adversity into insight, pain into progress. The act of asking questions reframes the situation, allowing you to reclaim control over how you interpret the event and respond to it. But it goes deeper. Reflective questioning isn't just a reactive tool for when things go wrong. It's also a proactive approach to living. At the end of each day, the Stoics would reflect on their actions, asking questions like, "Did I live according to my principles today?" Or, "Where did I let my emotions get the best of me?" This practice isn't about self-criticism, but about self-discovery. It turns each day into a lesson, offering you a blueprint for how to live better tomorrow. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, constantly posed reflective questions to himself. He would ask, "How can I make sure that what disturbs me is the view I take of it, and not the thing itself?" This type of questioning is incredibly liberating. It disentangles us from external circumstances and focuses our energy on what we can control, our mindset and reactions. So, why does this matter? Reflective questions give you the power to consciously direct your life, rather than being swept along by its currents. It's like standing above the noise of everyday life and seeing with clarity where your true path lies. Each question peels back a layer of distraction or emotional clutter, bringing you closer to your most authentic self. And the beauty of it is that anyone can start, anytime, with just a single question. Am I living in alignment with who I want to be? In asking reflective questions, we train ourselves to embrace life's uncertainties not with fear, but with curiosity. The act itself is an invitation to grow, to pause and look deeper into what life is offering us in each moment, whether it's joy or hardship. This makes every question a step towards self-mastery, where you're not just reacting to life, but actively shaping it from within. 3. Dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control is one of Stoicism's most profound and practical teachings, simple in theory, yet life-changing in practice. Imagine standing in the eye of a storm, chaos swirling all around you. The storm represents the unpredictable, uncontrollable aspects of life, the opinions of others, the outcome of your efforts, the forces of nature. But there, in the calm center, you find clarity, the realization that while the storm rages, you still control your response to it. At its core, the dichotomy of control divides the world into two categories: things you can control and things you cannot. It's that simple. But this distinction, when truly embraced, transforms how we navigate life's complexities. It helps us see that much of our stress and anxiety stems from trying to control the uncontrollable, clinging to outcomes that are never fully within our grasp. What's within our control, then? According to the Stoics, it's your thoughts, judgments, actions, and reactions, your internal world. Everything else, the external world, other people's opinions, fate, is beyond your influence. You cannot control whether someone loves you, whether a project succeeds, or even whether the sun shines tomorrow. But you can always control how you choose to respond to those events. Picture this: you've been working toward a major goal, let's say a promotion at work. You've put in countless hours, proven your worth, and done everything right. But in the end, the decision isn't yours. The outcome is subject to factors you can't control, like office politics or someone else's perception of your work. Here's where the dichotomy of control steps in as a game changer. Instead of agonizing over the result, something beyond your control, you focus on what you can control: your effort, your attitude, and your integrity. You free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of attachment to outcomes, and in doing so, reclaim your inner peace. This isn't about resignation or passivity, it's about empowerment. By focusing solely on what's within your control, you become less vulnerable to disappointment and frustration. You understand that your worth isn't defined by external success or failure, but by the effort and intention you bring to each moment. Epictetus, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, put it succinctly: "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." It's a reminder that life is filled with unpredictable events, but no matter how wild or uncontrollable things seem, you always retain the ultimate power: how you think and how you act. The beauty of this principle lies in its simplicity and its depth. When you embrace the dichotomy of control, you shift your focus from trying to change the world to mastering your response to it. The storm can continue to rage, but you remain centered, anchored in the one thing you truly command: yourself. This approach allows you to walk through life with greater ease, releasing the weight of impossible expectations and unmet desires. It doesn't mean you stop striving for excellence or abandon your goals. Instead, it empowers you to pursue them with grace, knowing that success isn't measured by external outcomes, but by how you conduct yourself in the process. It's the ultimate form of freedom, a freedom that comes from within, untouched by the whims of fate. 4. Taking a reflective pause. Taking a reflective pause is one of the most subtle yet transformative Stoic practices, a small moment that holds immense power. Imagine you're in the middle of a heated argument, your emotions flaring, words poised to strike. It's in this split second, as chaos threatens to take control, that the wisdom of the reflective pause can step in like a hidden superpower. What if, instead of reacting impulsively, you stopped, just for a moment? What if, in that brief pause, you could change everything? In the midst of life's tensions, emotions often surge like a river after a storm, fast, overwhelming, and sometimes destructive. The Stoics understood that our initial reactions are rarely the best guides to virtuous action. That's where the reflective pause comes in. It's a deliberate break, a conscious effort to step back and assess before reacting. It's not about hesitation but about mastery. The magic of the reflective pause is that it gives you space to question, space to breathe, and space to choose. Instead of being driven by the heat of the moment, you create a buffer between stimulus and response, where wisdom can flourish. You ask yourself, what is really happening here? What part of this is within my control? What would a wise person do in my place? Suddenly, you're no longer a puppet of your emotions but a mindful participant in the unfolding moment. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, practiced this constantly. In his meditations, he wrote about the importance of taking time to reflect before making decisions or speaking in anger. This wasn't just about restraint but about aligning every action with a deeper sense of purpose and clarity. The reflective pause transforms reactive impulses into considered actions that are in harmony with your values. Picture a situation where you receive bad news. Perhaps a project you've been working on for months has just been cancelled. The immediate impulse might be frustration, anger, or despair. But by taking a reflective pause, you create a window of opportunity to respond rather than react. Instead of spiraling into negativity, you ask yourself, how can I make the best of this situation? What is within my power to change? What lesson can I draw from this setback? With that single pause, you shift from being at the mercy of events to becoming the architect of your response. This practice isn't just for the big, dramatic moments in life. It's equally effective in the small, everyday irritations, when someone cuts you off in traffic or when a colleague makes a snide comment. These are the perfect opportunities to practice the art of the reflective pause. Rather than letting the moment control you, you regain your inner composure and act with intention. The beauty of this Stoic technique is that it transforms not just your actions, but your entire relationship with time and emotion. By pausing, you step out of the frenetic pace of life and give yourself the gift of awareness. The pause allows you to recalibrate, reminding you that every moment offers a choice to act wisely, compassionately, and in alignment with your higher self. It's a practice that requires discipline but offers immense rewards. The more you use it, the more natural it becomes. With each pause, you build resilience, self-control, and clarity. You become the calm within the storm, no longer swept away by life's demands but grounded in your own mindful intention. In the end, taking a reflective pause is not just about reacting better, it's about living better. It's about approaching life's challenges with poise, seeing opportunities where others see obstacles, and cultivating a mindset that seeks wisdom in every moment. This small pause can change the trajectory of your actions, and over time, it can change the course of your life. 5. Stoic journaling. Stoic journaling is like a secret dialogue with your inner philosopher, a practice that can transform the way you approach life's challenges, joys, and the seemingly mundane moments. Imagine opening a blank page at the end of your day, and instead of recounting events in a passive, routine way, you begin to probe your experiences with the sharpness of a philosopher's mind. This isn't just about recording, it's about reflecting, questioning, and shaping your thoughts for a wiser tomorrow. At first glance, it may seem simple, just writing down your thoughts. But Stoic journaling is anything but ordinary. It's a tool for deep self-examination, a way to dissect your day and align your actions with your values. It's where you ask yourself the tough questions. Did I live up to my principles today? Where did I let anger, fear, or ego guide me? What can I learn from this moment of weakness, and how can I improve tomorrow? This practice harks back to ancient Stoic masters like Marcus Aurelius, who left behind a timeless blueprint for introspection in his meditations. Every night, before he rested, he would reflect on his day, scrutinizing his thoughts, actions, and emotions. What's remarkable about this practice is how it becomes a mirror, showing you not just who you are, but who you are becoming. The magic of Stoic journaling lies in its ability to turn abstract philosophy into a lived experience. When you journal as a Stoic, you're not just listing tasks or venting frustrations, you're engaging with the deeper layers of your psyche. You might ask yourself, what did I encounter today that was outside my control, and how did I respond? What virtues did I uphold, and where did I fall short? In this way, journaling becomes a daily audit of your soul, where you refine your character bit by bit. One of the most intriguing aspects of Stoic journaling is how it helps you internalize the Stoic dichotomy of control. As you pour your thoughts onto the page, you learn to separate what is within your control from what is not. Over time, you become more mindful of how much emotional energy you waste on things beyond your influence. Instead, you start focusing on your attitudes, responses, and behaviors, the very things that Stoicism teaches are within your control. And the benefits don't stop there. Journaling also becomes a tool for cultivating gratitude. As you recount the day's events, even the difficult ones, you ask yourself, what can I be thankful for in this situation? The simple act of acknowledging these moments fosters a mindset of appreciation, transforming the way you perceive both the highs and lows of life. This shift in perspective can be profound. You begin to see challenges not as obstacles but as opportunities for growth, for practicing resilience, patience, or courage. Another key benefit of Stoic journaling is the distance it creates between you and your emotions. When you write about your anger, fear, or disappointment, you externalize those emotions. You're no longer consumed by them. Instead, you become an observer, dissecting them with a cool, rational gaze. This process helps you regain control over your emotional state, allowing you to respond to life's events with greater calm and clarity. But perhaps the most intriguing element of Stoic journaling is the way it draws you into the present moment. In a world that often pulls us in every direction, toward the future or back to the past, journaling anchors you in the now. You reflect on what you did today, how you felt, what choices you made, and what you learned. It's a practice that not only fosters self-awareness but also connects you to the flow of time in a meaningful way. To start this journey, all you need is a notebook and a few minutes each day. Begin by asking yourself a few Stoic-inspired questions. What did I do well today? Where did I falter? How can I live better tomorrow? With consistency, Stoic journaling becomes a ritual that sharpens your mind, strengthens your spirit, and grounds you in wisdom. Ultimately, Stoic journaling is not just a habit, it's a gateway to self-mastery. It's a reflective practice that bridges the gap between philosophy and action, between thought and behavior. As you journal, you cultivate the virtues of wisdom, courage, and resilience. You become more attuned to your own growth, more prepared for life's challenges, and more aligned with the person you aspire to be. It's not just writing, it's rewriting the narrative of your life, one entry at a time. 6. Non-attachment. Non-attachment in Stoicism is like walking through life with open hands, ready to embrace whatever comes, but equally prepared to let go when it slips away. It's not about cold indifference or emotional detachment. Rather, it's a quiet power that allows you to engage fully with the world while remaining unfazed by its unpredictable changes. Imagine being able to savor the highs, endure the lows, and face uncertainty without losing your inner balance. This is the essence of non-attachment. At first, non-attachment might seem counterintuitive. After all, aren't we wired to hold on to the things and people we love? But here's where the wisdom of Stoicism shines. The philosophy teaches that clinging too tightly to relationships, possessions, or even ideas ultimately sets us up for suffering. Why? Because everything in life is fleeting. Our job, our health, even our loved ones, they can all change or be taken away in an instant. The Stoic approach to non-attachment doesn't ask us to avoid caring, but to care wisely. Consider the analogy of life as an ocean. The waves will rise and fall, sometimes gently lapping at your feet, other times crashing down with overwhelming force. You can't control the tides, but you can control how you ride them. Non-attachment is like surfing those waves with grace. You enjoy the thrill when the ride is smooth, but when the wave crashes, you don't fight it, you flow with it. This isn't resignation, it's freedom. One of the most intriguing aspects of non-attachment is how it enhances your ability to live fully in the present. Think about it. When you're not consumed by the fear of losing something or someone, you can truly appreciate them. Non-attachment allows you to love without possessiveness, to succeed without arrogance, and to endure failure without despair. It creates a spaciousness in your heart, where joy and sorrow can both exist without pulling you into extremes. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, emphasize that everything external to us is temporary and beyond our control. Our wealth, status, reputation, and even our physical body, all these things are vulnerable to time, chance, and circumstance. The only thing we can truly possess is our inner character, our judgments, choices, and values. Epictetus put it simply: make the best use of what is in your power, and take the rest as it happens. This doesn't mean you should stop striving or caring. On the contrary, Stoics encourage full engagement with life, but with a mindset that doesn't depend on any particular outcome. When you're non-attached, you give your best effort in everything you do, but you're not shattered if things don't go as planned. You become like a skilled archer. Your focus is on aiming well, but once the arrow is released, the result is out of your hands. Non-attachment also brings a unique resilience. When you stop gripping tightly to how things should be, you free yourself from the anxiety that comes from constantly trying to control the uncontrollable. Whether it's the loss of a job, a failed relationship, or an unexpected setback, non-attachment teaches you to accept these events with calm acceptance, seeing them not as disasters, but as natural parts of life's ebb and flow. You understand that nothing is truly permanent, and that's where your strength lies, because you're not dependent on permanence for peace of mind. What's even more powerful is how non-attachment can deepen your relationships. When you're not obsessed with possessing or controlling others, you're free to love them more fully. You can appreciate them for who they are in the present, without projecting fears of loss or expectations for the future. This kind of love, rooted in freedom rather than dependency, is incredibly liberating for both you and the people around you. To cultivate non-attachment, Stoics recommend a daily practice of reflecting on impermanence. This might sound daunting, but it's actually a profound reminder to cherish what you have. When you acknowledge that everything is transient, you begin to live with greater presence and appreciation. You might ask yourself each day, If I lost this tomorrow, would I be able to let go without bitterness? Am I living in a way that honors the temporary nature of things? These questions, though tough, invite a deeper sense of peace and clarity. Non-attachment isn't about cutting yourself off from life. It's about living more fully and freely within it. It's about finding the sweet spot where you engage with the world deeply, but without letting it dictate your inner state. It's about holding everything lightly, knowing that true peace comes not from having, but from being able to let go. When you master this, life becomes a little lighter, a little less burdensome. You realize that the freedom you've been searching for was never in the external world. It was within you all along. 7. Mindful acceptance of change. Mindful acceptance of change is a profound practice rooted in Stoic philosophy that invites us to embrace life's inevitable fluctuations with grace and resilience. Imagine standing on a shore, watching waves as they ebb and flow. Each wave symbolizes a moment of change. Instead of resisting these tides, mindful acceptance teaches us to ride them, harnessing their energy rather than feeling overwhelmed. At its essence, mindful acceptance acknowledges that change is a fundamental aspect of existence. Relationships evolve, opportunities come and go, and we ourselves are continually growing. While our instinct might be to cling to the familiar, this resistance often leads to anxiety and frustration. Stoicism counters this tendency by cultivating an attitude of acceptance, allowing us to navigate change with clarity and confidence. Consider facing a significant life event, like a job loss or the end of a relationship. Initially, you might feel panic and mourn what's lost. Mindful acceptance encourages you to pause and breathe, observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This moment of stillness helps you realize that your feelings are temporary, much like clouds passing through the sky, rather than permanent states. By reframing our perception of change, we can begin to view it as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Each obstacle becomes a teacher, and every disruption offers a chance to reassess our values and goals. This practice fosters resilience, enabling us to adapt and thrive in the ever-shifting landscape of life. Through mindful acceptance, we learn to embrace the journey, finding strength in uncertainty and beauty in transformation. It empowers us to let go of the illusion of control, freeing us to engage fully with the present moment. In doing so, we discover that within the chaos of change lies the potential for new beginnings, deeper understanding, and a more authentic way of living. 8. Perseverance. Perseverance is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, embodying the unwavering spirit that propels us forward in the face of adversity. Picture a mighty river carving its path through rugged terrain. It doesn't halt when encountering boulders or shifting landscapes. Instead, it adapts, flows around obstacles, and continues its journey, ever persistent in its purpose. This powerful imagery encapsulates the essence of Stoic perseverance, the relentless pursuit of our goals, even when the path becomes steep and daunting. In Stoicism, perseverance is not merely about stubbornly pushing through challenges. It is about aligning our actions with our core values and principles, recognizing that setbacks are opportunities for growth. Imagine standing before a seemingly insurmountable wall. Instead of viewing it as a barrier, a Stoic perspective encourages us to see it as a chance to develop resilience and strengthen our character. Each challenge we face becomes a teacher, refining us like a gem polished through friction. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, reminded us that the trials we encounter are not merely obstacles but stepping stones on the path to self-improvement. When we embrace perseverance, we cultivate a mindset that transforms perceived failures into lessons. This transformation fosters a deeper understanding of our capabilities and allows us to face life's complexities with courage and composure. To integrate perseverance into our lives, we can begin with small, manageable goals, gradually building our capacity to endure greater challenges. Each time we choose to persist, we reinforce a habit of resilience that equips us for future trials. This practice not only strengthens our resolve but also enriches our journey, infusing it with purpose and determination. Ultimately, perseverance is about more than just enduring hardships. It's about embracing the struggle as part of a larger narrative of growth and transformation. It teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses, attitudes, and commitment to our values. By embodying perseverance, we become like that relentless river, carving our unique path through life, undeterred by obstacles, and driven by an unwavering sense of purpose. 9. Embracing change. Embracing change is one of the most profound lessons in Stoic philosophy, inviting us to see transformation not as a threat but as an essential part of life's rich tapestry. Picture a vibrant forest in autumn. The leaves, once green and full of life, begin to change color, eventually falling to the ground. This natural cycle is not a loss, it is a renewal, a necessary preparation for the growth that follows in spring. In the same way, change can be viewed as an opportunity for rebirth and growth in our own lives. The Stoics understood that life is an ever-flowing river, where nothing is static. Just as we cannot hold on to a moment or grasp water in our hands, clinging to the past or fearing the future can leave us feeling anxious and disoriented. Instead, embracing change involves recognizing its inevitability and learning to navigate it with grace. It challenges us to adapt our perspectives and align our actions with our values, turning the unknown into a canvas for potential. Imagine facing a sudden career shift or a significant life change, a move to a new city, a relationship ending, or the loss of a job. While these moments can feel unsettling, they also provide a unique opportunity to reflect on what truly matters to us. Instead of resisting change, we can ask ourselves questions like, what new paths does this open for me? Or, how can I grow from this experience? This mindset shift transforms anxiety into curiosity and opens doors to unexpected possibilities. In Stoicism, acceptance plays a crucial role in embracing change. It's not about resigning ourselves to fate but rather acknowledging what is within our control, our attitudes, responses, and actions. By focusing on the present and recognizing that every moment is fleeting, we free ourselves from the shackles of regret and worry. This practice cultivates resilience and empowers us to approach life's uncertainties with an open heart and mind. As we learn to embrace change, we become more adaptable and receptive, allowing us to flourish amid life's unpredictability. Each change we experience, whether joyful or challenging, enriches our journey, inviting us to become the architects of our own growth. By viewing change as a necessary element of life's evolution, we not only enhance our personal development, but also cultivate a deeper appreciation for the beauty and complexity of the world around us. In this dance with change, we discover the strength to thrive, no matter how turbulent the waters may become. 10. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is often viewed as a modern trend, yet its roots run deep in ancient Stoic philosophy. Imagine standing on the edge of a serene lake, the water perfectly still, reflecting the world around you. In that stillness, every ripple represents a thought, an emotion, or a distraction that can pull us away from the present moment. Mindfulness teaches us to observe these ripples without becoming swept away by them, allowing us to engage fully with life as it unfolds. At its core, mindfulness is about cultivating awareness, an acute, intentional focus on the present moment. The Stoics understood that our emotions often arise not from the events themselves but from our interpretations of those events. By practicing mindfulness, we become aware of our thoughts and feelings, recognizing them for what they are, transient experiences rather than definitive truths. This understanding empowers us to choose our responses more wisely, transforming impulsive reactions into thoughtful actions. Imagine you're in the midst of a heated conversation, your emotions flaring. With mindfulness, you can pause to notice the rising tension, giving yourself the space to breathe and reflect before responding. This moment of clarity can prevent misunderstandings and foster more constructive dialogues, enhancing your relationships and overall emotional well-being. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives can be both simple and profound. It can start with small practices, like focusing on your breath for a few minutes each day, fully engaging with the sensations of washing dishes, or savoring each bite during a meal. These moments of presence anchor us in the here and now, pulling us away from the noise of our worries and the distractions of the past or future. Moreover, mindfulness is not just about self-awareness, it extends to our ethical lives. By being mindful of our choices and the underlying motivations behind them, we can live more intentionally and align our actions with our values. This intentional living fosters a sense of purpose and integrity, making us more resilient in the face of challenges. Ultimately, mindfulness is a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace and clarity amidst life's complexities. It empowers us to navigate the tumultuous waters of existence with grace and composure, enriching our experiences and enhancing our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. In a world full of distractions, mindfulness invites us back to the present, reminding us that true wisdom lies not in knowing everything, but in fully experiencing the moment we are in. 11. Focus on control. Focus on control is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, offering a profound yet straightforward insight into navigating life's complexities. Picture a vast river, its current strong and relentless. In this river, we often find ourselves caught in a whirlwind of circumstances, emotions, and external pressures that feel beyond our control. Yet, the Stoics invite us to pause and consider, what can we truly control? At its essence, focusing on control means distinguishing between what is within our grasp and what lies outside it. We cannot dictate the actions of others, the whims of fate, or the unfolding of events around us. However, we can control our thoughts, attitudes, and reactions. This shift in focus empowers us to reclaim our agency, allowing us to navigate life's unpredictable waters with confidence and clarity. Imagine facing a challenging situation, perhaps a job loss, a relationship strain, or a health issue. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, spiraling into anxiety about the unknowns. Yet, when you center your thoughts on what you can control, a sense of liberation emerges. You might not be able to change the situation itself, but you can choose how to respond. Will you approach the challenge with resilience and a growth mindset? Will you seek support from friends or engage in self-care practices? This conscious decision-making fosters a proactive attitude, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. Seneca famously said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This highlights the tendency to dwell on uncertainties, which can lead to unnecessary stress. By focusing on control, we pull ourselves back from the precipice of worry, grounding ourselves in the present moment and our ability to influence our responses. In practice, focusing on control can be woven into daily life through simple exercises. Begin by reflecting on a current challenge. Write down the aspects you can influence and those you cannot. This exercise clarifies your priorities and helps you redirect your energy toward constructive actions. You may find that by releasing the grip on what you cannot change, you create space for creativity and resilience to flourish. Ultimately, embracing the Stoic principle of focusing on control invites us to live with intention and purpose. It's a call to shift our mindset from helplessness to empowerment, recognizing that while we cannot predict the future, we hold the reins of our own actions and responses. In this way, we can ride the waves of life's uncertainties with grace, transforming challenges into stepping stones along our journey toward growth and fulfillment. When we confront life's bigger challenges, like loss, failure, or change, embracing acceptance can significantly reduce our suffering. While acceptance doesn't erase pain, it alters our relationship with these experiences. Instead of getting trapped in a cycle of, "Why me?" or "It shouldn't be this way," we can shift our mindset to, "This is how it is, and I can handle it." This empowering perspective reinforces our ability to persevere without diminishing our agency. Practicing acceptance requires daily recalibration of our expectations, staying vigilant about our thoughts and feelings, and catching ourselves when we dwell on what cannot be changed. Each practice strengthens our detachment from turmoil and aligns us with our Stoic values. Importantly, acceptance doesn't mean we stop striving for improvement. Instead, we approach our efforts from a place of serenity, recognizing what is and isn't within our control. This awareness helps us focus our energies more effectively, avoiding wasted effort on the immovable. As we cultivate acceptance, our actions become more deliberate and impactful. Thank you for joining us on this journey of growth and understanding here at Stoic Journal. Your exploration doesn't need to end here. Check out one of the suggested videos on screen to continue building your strength and serenity through Stoicism. Remember, every step you take leads to a more resilient and purposeful you. Until next time, keep seeking, striving, and growing.